Welcome to part one where we learn how to draw a polar bear using pencil. First step is to draw a guideline determining how tall you want your polar bear to be. Then the next step is to block in the horizon line to give your viewer a sense of space. For clarity purposes, let's also block in some guidelines for our trees. You choose how many trees you would like. I'm going to draw two with two vertical straight lines. Let me know how tall they will be. Next, let's kind of draw a gumdrop shape for the body, but in order to get the curved part of the body correct, I'm going to draw a large flattened oval. So that way the bottom of my gumdrop shape will have that slight curve. Next, let's put in those pointy ends to our evergreen trees using a series of zigzag lines. If you are still working on your trees, please pause this video until you're ready to continue on to the next step. Next, we will be blocking in our ears by doing some diagonal slants from the top of the gumdrop, one on each side, and then completing that with a half circle or a half ovular shape. Now that we have the body drawn on our gumdrop shape for our bear, these lines in the middle aren't necessarily needed anymore, so let's get them out of the way. Now let's work on the back legs of our polar bear using quarter circles or 90-degree angles with curved tops that come in towards the bear's body. This is going to be the fullness of those back two legs, and we'll work on the front two legs next. Okay, to determine the proper proportion size of the front two legs, let's split this front area into, I believe, ooh, 4 sections, because you're going to have 1/4 of a section into the body before you draw your first line, 1/4 of a section for the middle of the leg, 1/4 of a section for your second leg, and 1/4 of a section of space between your right leg and your right back leg. If you aren't entirely sure what I'm talking about, watch me as I measure out the legs, place in my tick marks before adding the toes. Don't forget to block in your toes and erase those extra lines that are going in through the back and front legs of your polar bear. It's time to do the upper body, but first we must split our polar bear's body into thirds to properly identify where we're going to put the eyes and the head and the start of that scarf. This is an opportunity where you can use your finger to kind of place where the start of that scarf's supposed to be before sketching in the top of your scarf's band. The first third that's at the top of your polar bear's body is going to be where we're going to draw the head. So let's split that in half so that way we can identify where to put the eyeballs and the nose. We are going to place the eyeballs right above our intersection, one on each side of your vertical guideline for the face, to ensure that there's proper proportions being drawn. Next, we are going to add another gumdrop shape for the muzzle of our bear. For proper proportions, please make sure that your gumdrop shape for your muzzle is split evenly in half using that center vertical guideline for the face. Now that our face is mostly drawn in, let's add our mouth and nose. Don't forget to draw in your hat. You can do this with a series of flattened curve lines and some backward C's. You decide what shape of hat you want. And after class, you get the option to draw whatever design you wish to have upon your hat. I myself kind of want one of those caps for a hat. And I like the idea of adding a little fuzz ball on the top. You decide what you would like. Now that our face is sketched in, let's add that scarf using two flattened curve lines and connect the end caps of this tubular shape with a 3 and a backwards 3 or a C and a backwards C. Don't forget to add the tail of your scarf with two parallel curved or flattened S lines. You decide what direction your scarf tail will go in. Just make sure that you have a curved edge on the top to make it look like the scarf is coming up and around and over your neckband. Same rule applies to the bottom of your scarf. You can decide if you want tassels, jagged end, zigzags, totally up to you. Now that we are done with the body and the embellishments of our polar bear, it's time to clean up all those extra lines. Don't forget to add your toes. Now let's choose how to have our background. You get to add how many trees you would like, or if you would like none at all, your artwork, your choice.
And that, my friend, is how you draw a polar bear using pencil. Thank you so much for joining us today for part one. For more tips and tricks, please do not forget to subscribe to Carly's Colorful channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. But if you prefer a more in person, in depth presentation or a one on one tutoring opportunity, please take a peek at my platform on OutSchool via Carly Wiersma. And in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you in the classroom.